If willpower worked, you'd be done by now. Let that land for a second. If having more discipline, more motivation, more just stick to it was actually the answer, you would not still be listening to podcasts about emotional eating. You would not still be thinking about what you ate last night. You would not still be Googling, how do I stop overeating at night? So if you've been telling yourself, I just need to try harder, I want to offer something way more honest and way more compassionate. It's not that you're not trying hard enough. The strategy you've been using does not match the problem you actually have. And that does not mean you're broken. You are not broken. You are not a failure. You are not secretly missing some willpower gene that every other woman on Instagram somehow got. Your body is doing its best to keep you safe with the tools it currently has. That's it. I'm Karrie Miller. I'm a master transformational healing coach, and this is Walk the Queen's Way, the show where we untangle emotional eating and make weight loss sustainable, without dieting, without shame, and without white-knuckling your way through life. In my work with women, I blend nervous system regulation, behavioral psychology, and deep identity work so that you actually stop starting over on Monday and start building real self-trust with food. And in today's episode, we're going to flip the usual script. Instead of obsessing over willpower, we're going to talk about relief. Because for so many women, emotional eating is not a food problem. It's a relief problem. And when you aim willpower at a relief problem, it's kind of like yelling at a smoke alarm instead of putting out the fire. It's loud, it's intense, it's exhausting, and nothing really changes. So here's what we're doing together over the next few minutes. I'm going to walk you through that super familiar I was good all day and then the kitchen got me scenario. We're going to reframe what's actually happening in your body and your brain. And then I'm going to give you a simple in-the-moment tool you can use the next time that urge hits. My goal is really simple. By the end of this episode, I want you to feel less shame and have one practical thing you can experiment with tonight instead of just promising yourself you'll do better tomorrow. Let's talk about the moment nobody posts about. You know the one I'm talking about. You held it together all day. You woke up, maybe you told yourself, okay, today I'm being good. I'm back on track. Breakfast was clean. Lunch was on plan. Maybe you skipped the office treats. You said no to the afternoon latte, even though you were tired. You get home. You're still kind of proud of yourself. Maybe you make a reasonable dinner. Maybe you even eat a little less because you're thinking, I really want to see the scale move. And then nighttime hits. The day starts to catch up with you. You're tired. Maybe the house is finally quiet. Or maybe it's the opposite. Kids, partner, dog, everyone needs something. And the kitchen starts to feel like a magnet. It's almost like you can feel that pull from the couch. You're walking through the house and somehow you just end up standing in front of the pantry. You're not even totally sure you're hungry. Your stomach might be fine, but there's this restless, buzzy feeling in your body. It's like, I need something. And food is the easiest something to reach for. So you grab a little snack. No big deal. Then you go back. Just a bite. Then suddenly you're grazing. A handful of this, a spoon of that straight from the jar, a few bites over the sink. And then the shame soundtrack comes on, right on cue. What is wrong with you? Why can't you just stop? You were doing so well and you ruined it. Again. It's brutal. And that shame voice doesn't just make you feel bad about what you ate. It chips away at your self-trust. Every time you say, tomorrow will be different, and then end up back in front of the pantry, it reinforces this identity of, I'm someone who can't stick to anything. I'm someone who always sabotages at night. I want you to hear this clearly. What's happening in that nighttime kitchen magnet moment is not proof that you're out of control. It's not proof that you're lazy or undisciplined. It's a sign that something in you is needing relief, and you haven't been given another way to meet that need. Yet. Willpower just tells you, don't eat it. But it doesn't ask, hey, what is this urge actually about? And that's the shift we're going to make today. Here's the reframe I want you to really sit with. For many women, emotional eating is not a food problem. It's a relief problem. When your nervous system is overloaded, meaning you're stressed, you're lonely, you're overwhelmed, you feel unseen or unappreciated, your body is going to reach for the fastest comfort it knows. It's not trying to mess up your diet. It's trying to turn down the volume on how intense it feels inside. Food becomes the quickest off switch. Not because you're weak, but because your body has learned, when I eat, I get a little hit of relief. I feel comforted. I feel distracted. I feel less. And your nervous system, that survival part of you, cares way more about feeling safe right now than it cares about some future goal on the scale. So when you've had a day full of micro stresses, emails, kids, bosses, the news, feeling like you're carrying everything for everybody, the urge to eat at night is often your body saying, I am done. I need a break. I need soothing. Not, I need more broccoli. Let's add one really practical piece here that you can start using tonight. The difference between emotional hunger and physical hunger. Typically, emotional hunger feels sudden and urgent. It's like, I need something now. It's often very specific. I need chocolate. I need crunchy. I need that one thing in the freezer. Physical hunger, on the other hand, tends to build gradually. You start to notice, oh, I'm getting hungry. It doesn't usually swing from 0 to 10 in 30 seconds. So the next time you feel that intense, urgent pull toward food, especially at night, I want you to experiment with labeling it. You can literally say to yourself in your head, okay, this feels sudden and urgent. This might be emotional hunger. This might be my nervous system asking for relief. That urgency is not your character failing. It's not proof you have no control. It's your body saying, I need relief now. When you frame it that way, you actually have a chance to respond. You can say, okay, body, I hear you. We need relief. Let's see what we can do about that. Instead of automatically going into, ugh, why am I like this? That shift from "I'm the problem" to "my system needs relief" is the foundation for changing this pattern in a way that actually lasts. So let's talk about what you can actually do in that moment when the urge is loud and your brain is like, just eat, we'll figure it out tomorrow. I call this tool the 8 p.m. reset. And you can use it at 8 p.m., 10 p.m., 3 p.m. in your car, whenever that urgent emotional hunger shows up. The goal here is not to never eat. The goal is to create a tiny pause, to give your nervous system some relief in another way before you decide about food. Here are the steps. Step 1. Put both feet on the floor. Sounds almost too simple, but grounding your body sends a little signal of safety. If you're standing in the kitchen, feel your feet in your shoes. If you're on the couch, plant your feet instead of tucking them under you. Step 2. Breathe with a longer exhale. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. Do that a few times. So in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That longer exhale helps tell your nervous system, we're okay. We're not in an emergency. Step 3. Put a hand on your chest or your heart and ask yourself, what do I need right now? Not what should I eat? Not how do I make this urge go away? Just what do I need right now? Then see if you can name one need. Comfort, rest, reassurance, connection, relief, space, validation. There's no right answer. Now here's the key move. Give yourself 2 minutes of meeting one of those needs before you decide about food. Just 2 minutes. I'm not telling you you're not allowed to eat. I'm saying, first, we give your body another form of relief. 2 minutes counts. Making a cup of tea and actually holding the warm mug in your hands counts. Grabbing a cozy blanket and really wrapping yourself up counts. Doing a quick brain dump in your notes app or on paper, here's everything that feels heavy right now, absolutely counts. Texting a friend, hey, I'm overwhelmed, can you talk? That counts. Even walking into another room, closing your eyes and doing that 4 in 6 out breath for 2 minutes, it all counts. What we're doing with this 8 p.m. reset is interrupting autopilot. We're saying to your body, I hear that you're screaming for relief. Let's try giving you some in a different way first. And here's what's powerful. Every time you follow those steps, you're building self-trust. You're teaching your system, I don't abandon you. I will respond when you're overwhelmed. Sometimes, after those 2 minutes, you'll still choose to eat, and that's okay. Other times, you'll notice the urgency has dialed down a notch, and you can make a calmer decision. Both are wins, because you're no longer just reacting. You're relating to yourself. That's the muscle we're strengthening. I want to talk about who you are in this process, because tools are great, but identity is what really changes your life. If you've been stuck in that emotional eating cycle for a long time, you might have all these labels running in the background. I'm a binge eater. I'm an emotional eater. I'm a food addict. I just have no self-control. I want to invite you, right now, to start putting those down. Those labels might feel factual, but they're usually just shame in disguise. And shame does not heal patterns. Support does. Curiosity does. Nervous system safety does. Instead of seeing yourself as someone who keeps failing diets, I want you to see yourself as someone who is learning a new way to feel safe. You are retraining your body. You are practicing meeting your needs. That's a very different story than, I ruined it again. So when you catch yourself reaching for food at night, try this identity shift on. Oh, this is the part of me that's overwhelmed and asking for safety. And I'm the woman who is learning to respond to that in new ways. The goal is not perfection. You are not going to magically stop emotional eating overnight. The goal is to teach your body over and over, we don't need food to feel safe. We can meet our needs in new ways. Sometimes that'll be the 8 p.m. reset. Sometimes it'll be going to bed earlier. Sometimes it'll be having a hard conversation you've been avoiding. It all counts. Before we wrap, I want you to say this with me, out loud if you can, or just in your mind. I'm not broken. I'm learning a new way to feel safe. One more time. I'm not broken. I'm learning a new way to feel safe. This is the work I do with my clients every day, helping women break free from emotional eating and food guilt so that weight loss becomes sustainable, without dieting and without being at war with themselves. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, okay, I want help applying this to my actual life, my schedule, my stress, my patterns, I would love to support you. I offer free discovery calls where we look at what's really driving your emotional eating, where your nervous system is getting overloaded, and what healing and weight loss could look like for you without another diet. If that resonates, send me a DM with the word call, and I'll send you the link to book your free discovery call. No pressure, no shame, just a real conversation about what's going on and what's possible. All right, Queen, remember, if willpower was the answer, you'd be done by now. You are not broken. You're learning a new way to feel safe. Use your 8 p.m. reset this week, notice what shifts, and we'll keep building on this together. I'll see you next time on Walk the Queen's Way.